Hello everybody on YouTube and all the NBA lovers out there. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts, giving you my picks for the NBA playoffs and my thoughts about the NFL draft. So, which I'll get to both of them this year. I'm going to have a little special thing for that. So, anyways, that being said, let's get on with it. And I apologize not making a video yesterday, because I was really badly sick, so I had like a bad bug all weekend, so I couldn't see the Avengers and anything like that, so I was kind of bummed out. So, anyways, I'll see the Avengers this weekend, so I'll see how that turns out. But anyways, that being said, I'm going to kick things off in the Western Conference in the semifinals, which they started last night. And I'll tell you this, the two teams that won last night, they're going to go in the Western Conference Finals. First with Golden State, with the Pelicans, great run. Great upset against Portland. Your punishment is playing Golden State. You're going to get swept. No offense to Anthony Davis, really great run. But you need a lot of help in New Orleans, and you can't do this alone. So I'm picking Golden State over the Pelicans in this series. My thing, it's a sweep. 4 games to none. Sorry. If you have Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Steve Kerr as your head coach, and Kevin Durant, you're going to have a lot of chips. Houston and Utah. Great run for Utah. They might get a couple of games out of this. But James Harden and Chris Paul, I think Chris Paul is going to finally make it over the hump and go to the Western Conference Finals. I like the Rockets over the Utah Jazz, 4 games to 2. Now on to the Eastern Conference Finals, which kicks off tonight. In Toronto and Cleveland tonight, which I think that's tonight. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to tell you this. LeBron James, Kevin Love, great run, but no NBA Finals rematch this year, and that ain't going to happen. Because I like what Toronto's doing. Unfortunately, I hate it. But I think I can see Toronto winning this series. That is a Game 7 series on this one. I see this going into 7 games. And I think the Toronto Raptors are going to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 4 games to 3. And for the Philadelphia 76ers against my Boston Celtics, well, I'll tell you this. I did not expect Milwaukee to make it this far, especially with Kyrie Irving out for the year. And Gordon Hayward done for the year. 2 of our big stars. Wow. Who would have thunk it if we would have won the playoff series like that? But we're playing a red-hot Philadelphia 76ers right now. This could be an interesting task. Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum had a great run in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, this is unreal. I mean, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it, And then Terry Rozier, too? Hey. I like to see them run more in the Eastern Conference Finals, which I think they do that. If they can keep going like that, at home like that, which we have home court advantage, I think that's going to help us out to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I don't know about any further than that. But I like to see my Boston Celtics stopping the Philadelphia 76ers hot streak and say the Boston Celtics will win that series. I think that is a Game 7 series as well. I could see that going to 7 games as well. My Boston Celtics beating the Philadelphia 76ers 4 games to 3. On this one. And now we'll wrap up my NBA playoff predictions. I'm going to give you my thoughts about the draft. I think, especially in the top 10. I'm going to start with the top 10. Cleveland Browns selected Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma. The Giants select Saquon Barkley, the running back from Penn State. The New York Jets selected Sam Donaldson from USC. And the Cleveland Browns getting Denzel Ward. And Denver Broncos select Bradley Chubb for NC State. And the Colts selected Quentin Nelson from. And Buffalo Bills got Josh Allen, the quarterback from Wyoming. And the Bears got Rockland Smith from Georgia. And the San Francisco 49ers got offensive tackle Mike McKinley from Notre Dame. And in the 10th pick, the Cardinals selected Josh. I'm going to tell you this. This is a really good top 10 pick. The only one clunker that I see in this one is Josh Roslin from the Arizona Cardinals. And I'll tell you why. If you say that 10 other teams made a mistake passing on you, you're definitely a showboat on that one in my book. That goes sort of cockiness into divahood, if you know what I mean. Like Terrell Owens and I'll say Brett Favre and the Chad Johnson and Holiday from the Cowboys. I can't think of the name right now. Hollywood Henderson. He's gonna be in that category on that one. So I mean that's the only clunker on anything. But I think the two guys who was gonna do really well in the NFL are the two guys that Cleveland selected: Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward. You might think I'm crazy, but I think Denzel Ward and call me crazy, but I'm going to say this way too early, but Baker Mayfield, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Denzel Ward, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yes, I said it. You can call me crazy. Call me crazy about that, but I see that. I mean, I can see that this year for those two for Cleveland. I think they're on to something, and I think they're making moves right now. And I like what they're doing. Lamar Jackson, I think he's going to do pretty okay. I think his job's going to be safe. But I love that he picked Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward. I don't care if you guys bash me or not. As a diehard New England Patriots fan, I think this is the team to look out for. It's Cleveland. I mean, how can you say two great offense, same team? I mean, that's incredible. So, you heard it here first. Denzel Ward, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Baker Mayfield, Rookie of the Year. As what Cleveland did. I think the other teams I could see doing well is probably not Josh Allen, Rockland Smith. I think the monster of the Midway is coming back to Georgia, even though he did fall apart. But hey, it's not his fault. But anyways, the other guys I see doing pretty well is the other ones I would see is Shaquille Barkley from Penn State, from the New York Giants. So I think he's gonna have a great career in the NFL. But the one that surprised me in the draft was probably Lamar Jackson getting the 32nd pick when Philadelphia traded the 32nd pick to Baltimore. That shocked the hell out of me out of that. Excuse me. Outside of the top 10, well, I think they're going to do really well. Both teams in my New England Patriots. Isaiah Wynn from Georgia, and Sony Mitchell from Georgia. Georgia did pretty well. Even though they did fall apart, I still see these guys as great careers in the NFL. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Anyways. Yeah, I see. You can see us here. I'm congested. Anyways, the other two guys are the Edmond brothers. Tremaine Edmonds and Terrell Edmonds. So, both out of Virginia Tech. I think they're going to be the new Barber brothers in there. So, I think this is going to... Both of them in the Hall of Fame and anything else like that. Great runs in the NFL and everything else like that. Anyways, of that being said, that's what I get from my... Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Yeah, that being said, this is... Sorry, folks, I apologize. I mean, I'm still a little congested, but I'm a little better today. But anyways, I was going to say... No, Sony Mitchell, the running back from Georgia. All the guys from Georgia, I can see them having great careers in the NFL. Lamar Jackson. I mean, not Lamar Jackson. Sony Mitchell. Isaiah Wynn. And Rockland Smith. I think they're going to have great careers in the NFL. And the Edmond brothers from Virginia Tech, Tell Edmonds and Tremaine Edwards, are going to have really good careers. And I think both of them are going to do really well in their respectable teams. As I was going to say, they're going to be the new Barber twins, as what they were before. So, which was really rare to see. But both the two brothers get drafted in the same round, which is unreal on that one. So, anyways, then the two Heisman Trophy winners going into the first round too, with Lamar Jackson going to Baltimore, 2016 Heisman Trophy winner, and Baker Mayfield going as the Heisman Trophy winner in the first round, which I think the Baker Mayfield could be the Barry Sanders in the NFL, having a great career in both college and the NFL, which I definitely do see that in Baker Mayfield. He looks like a great guy. He looks like a great kid. You know, he does really a lot. You know, he learns the playbook. He works really hard on it. So I definitely see them. They're both momentum in both of them too. But for my take for Lamar Jackson in the first round, coming out of there from Baltimore, Joe Flacco, the clock is now ticking. That's how I feel. I think the clock is on Lamar can't even think right now. I mean, that's how for Joe Flacco, the clock is now ticking. I think Lamar Jackson has how I should say it is Joe Flacco now has a threat in the quarterback position in training camp this coming July, and when July and August when training camp comes around. So, would I think Lamar? Probably not. Do you think he'll be the quarterback for Baltimore in the future? Definitely. But as of now, let's see how he does. But anyways, I think this is the first round is a solid first round. I could see at least 10 of them in the first round in the Hall of Famers in this one. I can definitely see that. So, anyways, I think this is probably the best first round I've seen in a long, long time. So, anyways, all the quarterbacks taken was like the 1983 draft, like the year of the quarterback. If you think about it, John Elway, Jim Kelly, Tony Easton, Ken O'Brien, Dan Marino, and I think there was another guy in Kansas City. So it was like 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round. I think there were like 5 of them in the first round, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was 5 of them in the first round. 4 or 5. So anyways, that being said, I think this is going to be another great quarterback thing in there. There was a lot of quarterbacks going in the first round, which is pretty interesting. But as the Patriots, I think they're still going to be the top contenders in the NFL for a while, until Brady retires maybe. But anyways, that's it. But until then, I see a lot of great potential on all these guys in the going to be Hall of Fame. The only one I'm really concerning about is Josh Roslin. That's the only guy. But that being said, this is Andrew Warren signing off, and I'll see you guys all in the Stanley Cup Conference Finals. Peace.